Stories that spark movements. Okay. Okay, why are you here? You're probably spending hours writing content. Anybody? Your team's voice is inconsistent, and you're not sure if AI can actually help or if it's just going to create more noise. Anybody comment on that? Is that kind of how you're feeling? Do you maybe feel a little overwhelmed? Like, oh my gosh, this is just too much. I can't do it. Hours researching and writing. Yep, Julie. All of the above. Yep. Hey, Ruth, good to see you. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, you're in the right place. Okay. All right. So, as a mission driven leader, which I believe each of you are, do you believe that your mission deserves more than guesswork? You don't need to be an AI expert. You just need to be a mission expert, which each of you are. And you can do more with less if you stop starting from scratch. Okay. Do y'all believe that for sure? Like, you don't have to be an AI expert. I'm going to show you how some little tools can make a world of difference. Okay. Awesome. Good. Love it. Love it. Okay. Keep the comments coming. You're going to do great. Okay. So what you're going to learn today is why most AI tools fail mission-driven leaders, how the EPIC framework turns your story into a repeatable system. We're going to do some live demos. It's going to blow your mind. And you're going to learn how to start creating this within 7 days. Okay. Sound good? All right, so I'm going to play a short video for you. It's like 40 seconds. It's kind of like how I got started in all this. So you have a mission that matters, but your message isn't breaking through. I was a single mom, no money, no connections, just a story I refused to silence. That story unlocked $52,000 in scholarships and taught me how the power of a story can create unstoppable momentum. I wrote Epic Impact for you, the leader with a mission that deserves to be heard. Inside, you'll discover the EPIC Communication Framework, the only proven universal messaging system that works for any audience, on any platform, anywhere. Now, pair that with AI, and your message becomes impossible to ignore. Buy the book today and start telling the story that moves your mission forward. All right, so that is how I got started in storytelling and communications. It was very unexpected, became a single mom all of a sudden, and I didn't want to go into debt, but I knew that I needed the education to pull me out of the food stamps and Medicaid issue. These are my sons. They grew up becoming quite outstanding young men, despite them stealing beer from gas stations in high school. And then my other son was actually on a high-speed police chase. Long story, but one of them is actually an F-16 fighter pilot right now in the Air Force. So I'm very proud that we all made it through. But what helped me understand the power of storytelling is that I ended up earning $52,000 in grants and scholarships because I knew how to effectively tell my story. And I believe that each of you have that ability if you just have the right tools and you have the right framework. Okay. Do you believe that? You know that, like, it could just be one little thing and it could open up this whole world for you. Okay. All right. So a little bit about me. I have trained over 2,500 leaders. It's probably even more than that between web classes, workshops, keynotes. I love to train mission-driven leaders. I have over 15,000 subscribers to my email list. And crazy enough as it sounds, I have a 40 to 78% open rate. And that 78% happened just on Monday, which is crazy because they say nobody opens emails on Mondays. Well, I did. For over 10,000 people, I got a 78% open rate. And this tool will help you grab the subject lines that are going to get attention. So I have earned a lot of storytelling awards and some marketing awards, and I've been featured in 6 national media features. Okay, so the EPIC framework is the proven emotionally resonant messaging framework that works for any audience on any platform. Okay, and leaders can't stop talking about it. That's what's so exciting. Okay, so tell me, what makes a great story? Drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think makes for a really great story. Passion, yep. Emotional connection, engaging, Yeah, all of those things are, yep, repeatable, relatable, resonates, yeah, clarity. Oh, Esther, did you? I see that. Vulnerable clarity. Yep. Okay. Aren't you all so smart? Esther read the book. Amen. Okay. Experience, good, funny. Yeah, those are all absolutely true. Reading the ebook. That's awesome. Details in the journey. Yes, I love that. And those are all super great answers. Now, could you take it one step further? And what is the one word that cuts through the noise? I see that I have a typo there. Forgive me. Cuts through the noise. Okay. Some of you already mentioned it. What is that magic word that cuts through the noise? Some of you have already mentioned it. Esther was, I mentioned it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Clarity. Yep. Julie, clarity. Yep. And so Marty, you got it too. So clarity, y'all. Clarity is the one word that never seems to come to mind when I ask people, what is it besides all of the passion, the emotion, and the moment in time and the specific details? We have to have a clear story that cuts through the noise. And that starts with every single word that matters. Okay. All right. So, you know, that whole thing where garbage in, garbage out. It's basically the same way with prompts. If you don't know how to prompt AI, you're not going to get the results that you want. But it's not your fault because there's never like been a course where it says, here, this is how you use AI. So, do you feel, oops, oh, I'm making all kinds of things now. Okay. Do you feel overwhelmed by all the options? I know some of you already said yes, afraid of sounding robotic, and then you're burned out by trying it all. I know, it's frustrating. What if AI actually knew your voice? What if your content created itself? And what if you never started from scratch again? Yes, I'm going to show you how to do that. How great would that feel? Would you feel like overwhelmingly excited, happy about not have to worry about writing anymore? So the secret to messaging, this is the secret sauce, is this epic communication framework. It's the storytelling structure that powers every great message. So if you can just remember this, engage, persuade, inspire, and close. Okay, those are the four main pieces to the framework. Very easy to remember. Okay, I'm going to show you just a really quick example of how this works. I was helping the Star Gospel Mission with some of their communication, and this is what they started with. Dear friend, thank you for taking the time to review this case for support for the expansion of the mission services in Low Country. As the executive director of blah, 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 I've witnessed firsthand the escalating need for support services for the unhoused in our community. In fact, I just want to share with you some critical statistics, blah, blah, blah. Okay, tell me, are you going to read all of those statistics and actually know or care what they mean? I mean, our brain, I talk about this in my book, our brain is not wired for a whole bunch of bullet points and statistics. They need to have meaning, they need to have stories. Okay. So, this is how it looks when it's rewritten in the EPIC framework. Dear friend, Ethan's story began with heartbreak but ended with hope. For years, Ethan struggled with addiction, losing not only his stability but also his connection to the people who matter most. When he arrived at Star Gospel Mission, he was looking for more than just a place to sleep. He was searching for a chance to rebuild his life. Okay. Next paragraph, it goes into the persuade, and then it goes to the inspire, and then it goes to the close. Now, look at the bottom. All of those statistics are still there, but they're woven into stories. And we began with a very engaging, compelling opening about Ethan. Okay. So tell me, would you rather read the story or would you be okay with the statistics? What do you think is going to actually move a donor or a client, if you put that in your business? It's going to be much more story. Yeah, Tamara, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I mean, really, it is. So, anyways, don't be that organization. Okay. I teach and I train all of my clients to say, if anything comes out of your mouth or your keyboard or anything like in the mail, make sure you start with a story. You can actually create a story in 3 sentences. Okay. You start with the problem, the solution, and then the outcome. Okay. I'll go over a little bit more of that in a second. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 5, how overwhelmed do you feel right now when it comes to content creation? Like, it's easy, you're at a 1, you can crank them out fast. Mostly you're fine, maybe a 2, maybe on a 4, you have 47 half written drafts and a stress induced coffee addiction. Where are y'all at right now? 3, it takes a minute. Yeah. Oh, hey, John, welcome. Malawi. Awesome. I love this. Yeah. So everybody's kind of all over the place, but really struggling overall, just kind of in the middle there. But when your message is clear and people listen, engage, and take action, this is how we get them to do that. Okay. Number one, we're going to engage with a hook. We need to captivate your audience with a compelling opening. We're going to then persuade with a story. And this builds trust with a relatable story that connects emotionally. Number 3, we're going to inspire with a vision of what's possible. We're going to help them feel the shift from information to inspiration. Okay. And then we're going to close with clarity. Why? Because when we can close with clear, specific next steps, that's what's going to connect directly to the ask or the tangible or whatever you are trying to get them to do to move to the next step. Okay. Clarity. Okay. Here's a couple examples. Number 1, engage with a hook. Captivate your audience with a compelling opening. Here's an example. The first time I met Maya, she was sleeping in her car with 2 children in the back seat. That moment changed how I saw our mission. Okay. Now, again, Epic isn't just for nonprofits. This is for businesses. This is for any industry, but I'm just using the nonprofit side of an example. Okay. Okay. Persuade with a story. This is how we're going to build trust with that relatable story that connects emotionally. When we offered Maya a safe place to stay, she cried. Not just from relief, but because someone finally saw her worth. Her story isn't rare. That's why our work matters. Okay. Next, we're going to inspire by helping them see the vision of inspiration versus information. Okay. Imagine what could happen if 10 more families like Maya's had that same chance. With your help, we can make that possible. Okay. And then finally, we're closing with clarity. A gift of $50 today provides emergency shelter for a night. Let's make sure no family sleeps in their car this winter. Okay. All right. So here's the example without Epic. Okay. This is information. Okay. Hi, I'm here to talk about our organization. We serve families in crisis and offer a range of services, including housing, case management, and job training. We've been operating for 12 years and have helped hundreds of people. Last year, we provided over 3,000 bed nights. We're always in need of donations and anything helps. So please consider giving if you can. Visit our website for more info. Thank you. Wow, isn't that so inspiring? I mean, don't you just want to rush to your bank and like pull out all the money that you have and give to this? No, of course not, because it's blah. It's very bland. Okay. Here is the example with the Epic framework. Here's the engage. The first time I met Maya, she was sleeping in her car with her 2 children in the back seat. That moment changed how I saw our mission. When we offered Maya a safe place to stay, she tried, not just from relief, but because someone finally saw her worth. Okay. You know the inspire, you know the close. This is how I'm saying that you can write a story in as little as 3 or 4 sentences. It does not have to be this long piece. Okay. If you just remember these 3 or 4 little pieces, okay, engage, persuade, inspire, and close, you can write anything you want that will move the needle. Okay. We want to move our donors. We want to move our clients to say yes. And this is the framework that can help you do it. Okay. So what questions do you have so far about the Epic framework? Anything at the book, if somebody's reading the book, anything that's popped out, I'm going to show you a couple very real life examples from here, but just wanted to open it up to see if there was anything. What can we do if new organization without any people served yet? Oh, that's a great one. So Esther asked, what can we do if they have new people or new organization? So you want to draw on your own story then. What made you want to start that organization in the first place? And so,
safe
go ahead.
is the weakest laws in this nation.
Oh, Ruth, is that you talking?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I
Okay.
have to move.
Yeah. So Esther, I can work
I'm so sorry.
I can work on that. And so, yeah, you want to pull from your own story. The same for a business. Like if you are just starting your business or you're just starting anything, you're going to have to pull from the origin story. Okay. But that's not difficult at all. Good. All right. All right. So I'm going to show you what actually happened today. So now that you understand kind of the framework, I want you to understand now how to combine it with AI and how it can be trained with your voice, your mission, and your message. Okay. I found this really cool graphic. So it's what Epic and AI allows you to do, and it's to scale. Okay. To scale. All right. So, Peggy Smith was on my call last week. I did a webinar for hundreds of nonprofits that are users of Bloomerang. She purchased the custom GPT last week. I think it was on a Thursday. I actually delivered it today. And I'm telling you, we both like teared up and it was super cool. So, just to let you know, Expressions of Hope is a wonderful organization. And I'm going to show you a little bit about it should, let me take it out of present mode if I can. There we go. Okay, so Expressions of Hope. There we go. Okay, gotta move this back over here. Okay, y'all, can you see this website right here? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so this is our website, and she really wanted to, she just needed a lot of help in how they can create and tell their story. So I created for her the Chat GPT custom assistant. So what this is like it's all her branding and all of her style and tone, everything that she wants. So here's where we start. So tell me the branding. So on the back end of Peggy's Epic Assistant, I have put in all of their core mission statements, their taglines, their philosophy, the core value statement, all of the voice and tone she wanted, who their primary audiences are, and their organizational focus, website and social. And I also have all of their website, social media, everything built in so that then you're pulling from all of your branding. And I'm going to show you in just a second how we can create copy. Okay, so they have an event coming up, and she just said, I would like to write a 3-part email. Write a 3-part email inviting folks to our support groups monthly. Okay, so it's going to pull from everything that I just showed you. Okay, invitation and connection. There's even, I put this in here so you can have a couple subject options if you want. It gives you the preview text, it gives you the body. And so this is all pulling from her information. Even with a grateful heart is how she wanted to sign off. Email 2 and then email 3. Again, everything is right there. It sounds just like her. Okay. Isn't that cool? Like, would that be amazing if you could just literally create nothing? I mean, something out of like thin air. Like, this is literally what is happening. And so the other piece that she wanted to do is I gave her an opportunity to evaluate the website, landing page, make recommendations based on Epic. Okay, I just copied and pasted all the content in there, and it's going to tell us what's working, what needs improvement on each section. Okay, so the Where Hope Grows header is emotionally evocative and well aligned, but maybe we could do a better call to action, recommendation, update the landing intro to be more personal and immediate. Like every child deserves to feel loved. Every caregiver deserves to feel supported. This then invite visitors clearly who need help. So this is the persuade, this is the inspire, this is the close. Okay. How cool is that? See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all already have the content. You just need to know how to repurpose it. And so then I'm just going to say, write a donor appeal letter. So again, like it's just pulling, you're repurposing everything. Okay. So here's subject lines. Yeah. So it's pulling from So it's making something up. It's actually probably on their website somewhere. I think they have some stories here, but it's actually putting it into a beautiful narrative. Okay, so then if I said label epic so that you can see where the framework is actually included. Okay, so here's the engage. You're hooking them. You're starting with that compelling story. The persuade is that you're presenting the mission and how support creates real change. And then the inspire, you want to paint the vision of what's possible because people give to vision rather than need. And then you're closing with a clear call to action and gratitude. Okay, how cool is that? Like, wow, that is super, super cool. Let me show you another one. Oh, Steve, are you ready to talk a little bit about yours? Steve Ramona is a host of one of the top rated podcasts in the world for marketing and business. It's called Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. And I would absolutely love for Steve, if you want to share a little bit. I've got yours. I'm going to pull up TJ's example. And then if you just want to kind of narrate while I go, that'll be super fun.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Because what I've set up is my podcast that I can show real time if I can share.
Yeah, go for it.
I've
Absolutely.
set it up. Okay.
All right, let me take off screen sharing and then you go. Okay, good.
Okay. So welcome everybody. I've been working with Hailey she was an incredible guest. So if you have a podcast, please sign her up to be a guest. But she gets AI with the love, empathy, and culture that we're looking for in our messaging. And with podcasting, doing business with servant's heart, it's all about empathy and serving and all that. But I was very generic podcast descriptions and titles and all that, all the collateral that you need. The problem with podcasting, people don't do it because it takes too much time. She's really set me up so within 10, 15 minutes, I can have a podcast out on the world where people are paying, and nothing wrong with production companies that do it and all that. But I have 766 shows. I hit top 6 in the world in small business marketing, doing it by myself. And on a side note, if you're interested in a podcast, I do free mentoring as well, which I'm helping Hailey. We're going to talk more about that. So I use a product called Descript, which you guys can all see, I'm sure. So I'm going to open up one of my podcasts, which I just did Saturday. Give it a second with Zoom. And I'm going to pull up the transcription, which is, I think, 8,000 characters. I don't know. It's a crazy number. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to highlight it and copy it and go to my custom GPT. But what's really cool is I have one for basically other stuff, and I have one specifically for my podcast. My mission, my tone is different. So all I have to do is, now we're taking a lot of data here. I click on my button to activate it. I wait for it to do its thing. I add the transcription. And look how long this thing is. It's massive. Watch how quick it pulls it up. Title, description, already done. Guest bio, SEO keywords, which I had to research. Media post, I had to figure out what I was going to write with keywords. Instagram post, LinkedIn, and powerful quotes, which she added, which I never had on my podcast before. You know, the point, and actually I pulled up a friend of hers, which it's spelled incorrectly, but it doesn't matter. You know, my business momentum comes from 17 intentional ambassadors who trusted me to connect them well. Well, I throw that in the description. Now you get to know my guest even deeper with clarity. Mm-hmm. So in 60 seconds, I have my podcast done. Mm-hmm. Imagine that.
Yeah. It's incredible. Yeah, it's been. And Steve, I know that when you had said before, tell me what the engagement rate has done since you've been using the Epic framework.
So I have a very popular podcast, but I was getting 5 to 6 views. I'm getting 30 to 40, some 20, but more than triple, sometimes quadruple the amount of views. But here's the cool thing that Hailey did for me. I'm rewriting my guest bio using Epic. Some have come to me going, where'd you get that? Said I use my AI tool, a customized AI tool, because I believe in bringing value, clarity, persuading with value. So she's not only given me a great tool to do my podcast faster and better, but
Mhm.
now I can bring value. And it's done that with other things I've done as well, like doing people's LinkedIn bios and things like that. So it's massively grown my podcast. I now audience have 3 to 5 referrals daily because of her tool. I just had a major PR firm reach out to me with a multi-billion-dollar guest to be on my podcast because they saw my podcast with the description and everything that Hailey, you don't know that happened this morning.
I didn't know that.
That's going to
Wow.
bring hundreds of thousands of views to my podcast. That's
Oh my
what she
God.
does. So God bless you.
Oh, thanks so much, Steve, for sharing that. That's incredible. I just love this tool, and I'm so glad that it's helping leaders like you, Steve, like reach more people. And there's so much noise in the world that we have to get better at clarifying our messaging. We don't need more words, or we don't need to shout louder, y'all. It's literally about clarifying your message. And here's the thing, like I was already a good writer before I did AI, but in like maybe I could say it in 20 words, but then AI can say it in 10. Maybe AI can say it in 5. Guess what? People have so much they only have like a few seconds to get your attention. And so there you go. You've got to make it count. Every word has to count. Whether you're on a web page, you're doing sales copy, you're doing an ad, every word counts. Awesome. Okay. Thanks so much for sharing that, Steve. So I'm going to go back to my screen here, and I'm going to share Marty's story. So Marty, I've had the pleasure of working with her. All right. Can you see my screen? I'm trying to figure out where all my screens went, and even like my chat. Okay, so let's see, where's my screen? There it is. Okay, good. All right, so Marty and I have been working together. She's Ronald McDonald House here in the Carolinas, Greenville, Carolina. I just created hers. So, and Marty's on this call. So, Marty, feel free to come off of mute if you want to just say, hey, this is what's going on. She has not yet tried her GPT, so this is the first time. So, I'm going to
Great.
say,
Yeah.
tell me the branding. Okay. And Marty, you can tell us how accurate this is. All right. The mission to keep families with critically ill or injured children close to each other, along with the care and resources they need in our community. We are their home away from home. The purpose is caring for families with children who are critically ill or injured, vision, strong partnerships in our local and national community that ensure the best health outcomes for children and families. Key messages is that the Ronald McDonald House is more than just a place to stay. The tagline is your home away from home. The voice and tone that Marty wanted was inspirational and visionary, conversational and inviting, honest and appreciative, and positive and concise. Okay. And then here are the brand pillars, and here is our website. So everything is here. How's that sound, Marty?
Perfect. And I have to say that I have been working with Hailey for several months. Actually had taken my team to a session that she had at the City Club here in Greenville because I have a very young team and I wanted to introduce them to AI. I thought, oh, surely they must know of it already. I am the old bird, so I figured, I have a thing or two to still learn. And so we went to this seminar and it was just amazing. And I, right there on my phone, started doing it and started bringing up all these different things. Because as I've told Hailey, it's one thing to tell your story at the kitchen table or, in a room, with in a comfortable setting, but to take it from that kitchen table to paper and make it something that people want to read or inspired by or understand your mission is quite another thing. And we don't have a product to sell at the Ronald McDonald House. It's a feeling. And so that is a challenge in itself. And to make it not sound stale or canned, AI is an incredible tool, and I have used it extensively. I use it every single day because not only am I dealing with donors, but it's volunteers, there are families, there are pleas for help that families need me to do outreach to the hospital for them or to specific doctors. And that comes to me from all over the country as well as abroad. So we're kind of a local presence with a global impact. And so it's quite important to have these tools. And I am just blown away. I think that was maybe in March that we started doing that. And it's made a big difference in how we put our message out there.
Oh, I love that. Thanks for sharing, Marty. I absolutely love that. It makes my heart so happy to know that I can help mission-driven leaders and nonprofits that are already struggling with funding. They might not have a specific marketing person in that chair. And if they do, a lot of times they're kind of thrown in there without the experience or the education or the know-how. And so this is how the tool will help anybody that feels like you're drowning in content creation and you just can't figure it out. But I created this. Okay, Marty, so you tell me how this sounds. I know you've got your gala coming up in December.
Mhm.
Here's an email that I wrote just from her branding. I just said, all I said was write an appeal for their upcoming December gala, and it's an auction. So subject line is, be the difference at our December gala auction. Preview text, join us to lift families in crisis and bid on hope in action. Headline, when families need help, you are the key. All right. When 6-year-old Maya is going to, again, just like keep using Maya, but all I'd have to do is just type in. So, like, Marty, can you think of another child and just give me like maybe 5 key details, and I'll have it rewrite it and then give me the dates for the auction, and then like we'll just recreate it real fast.
Sure. I mean, I had a little girl that was here and she had not walked since birth. She had some disabilities, not only physical, but emotional disabilities. And to see her come here after going to Shriners Hospital, she came to us from a little town in Tennessee, and her name was Allison. And she came here and went through the process. She was here with us for about 4 months and then an additional month of rehabilitation. They did have to do an amputation on one of her legs, but she was thrilled because she got new shoes that had blinking lights. And
Oh,
for her
sweet.
parents, she was the spirit that kept them going through the whole
Oh,
thing. And Shriners is an amazing hospital system, the orthopedic work that they do to save the lives of children, because many times it is amputations that take care of a situation like cancer. And that's what happened to her and why she had to have that particular amputation.
oh, wow. That's
But she
incredible.
went home walking. So doors
Wow.
are open for her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to say, you can see what I'm typing. I just said rewrite and use a girl. She hadn't walked since birth, emotional disabilities. Like I'm just like brain dumping. Okay. You don't have to even worry about spelling because chat will know how to fix everything. Okay. Here we go. Subject line. Her first step started with your support. Join us this December to help more families like Allison's take the next step toward healing. Headline, from heartache to hope because of you. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see. Opening hook.
Which is
Allison,
just amazing. I mean, that's just
ah,
for it to come together with that story, because I can tell you the story, but again, there's so many details and buried in so much, and this gives clarity to what we're actually needing from somebody.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it puts it all together. I mean, like I said, so it's coming into the epic framework. So there's the engage, persuade, inspire, and close. And so all of that detail that I literally just dumped into the chat box, you can do that. So as long as I have all of this from you, which you fill that out in a form, um,
Hmm.
your mission, your vision, all of even like your taglines, how you want to sign off. Um, you can create anything that you want. We could take it and create a blog. We could create Instagram and Facebook posts. Don't you love how I spell? Here's Instagram and Facebook. Here it is. There's the caption. It suggests an image for you. There are the hashtags already there. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than then just to cut and paste, cut and paste.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Oh, Julie. Yeah, this definitely works for companies, and I'm glad that you said that. I've got one. Let me keep going with. Let's see. I've got one.
And I could see
Yes.
where this would definitely work for a for-profit company, because if you are trying to sell a product or you need something in particular,
Mhm.
it is about sharing that story and what your need is. And as Haley showed, I mean, you can just dump a lot of content in and it will disseminate it in a way that will make it effective for your company. I mean, I definitely have referred other folks who are in for-profit businesses, and this has been a great help.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Julie, I got you pulled up here. Is that okay? I wanted to give you a real life version of how this could work for you. Um, And so feel free to come off and of mute and just tell me a little bit about kind of what you're looking for. So, and while you're thinking about maybe like if you have a website or whatnot, this is how incredible the Epic framework is. So I can literally copy your experience and your maybe your education. I'm going to open up a new chat in my demo, and I'm going to show you, this is going to be really cool because it's going to show you a before and after. Okay, so I'm just going to say, write a LinkedIn bio for Julie Murphy. And I'm just going to paste. So you just saw, I literally just copied and pasted all of your bullet points. Nothing much is in a complete sentence. I did not copy any of your about section because I want you to see what this looks like. And then all I'm going to do is just copy your name so it knows what to do here. And okay, you ready? You ready to see what this happens? Okay. All right, here we go. LinkedIn bio for Julie Murphy. What happens when deep marketing expertise meets bold strategy and unstoppable execution? Results. As Vice President of Marketing at Commercial Credit Group, I led end-to-end marketing strategy across 5 companies in the commercial finance space. My work spans brand positioning, digital transformation, trade show execution, and revenue-generating campaigns built on 25 plus years of experience driving sales, market share, and profit growth. How's it sounding so far?
This is amazing.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah. And so literally, like I'm saying, it doesn't have to have a ton of information, but I have the Epic framework built in so you can see it's engaging. It's persuasive. I love opening anything with a question because you're immediately engaging, and that's how I have it built in on the backside. Okay. And then we're going to inspire. We're going to say whether I'm elevating a corporate brand, building a website that converts, or transforming underutilized materials into art, I believe in purposeful impact. I've led initiatives that have redefined how teams connect with customers, how marketing fuels business, and how storytelling drives value. Let's connect if you're ready to talk strategic growth, creative leadership, or finding power in unexpected places.
Wow. If I was looking for a job, this would be fantastic. I mean,
Yeah. I
I'm
love
afraid if I
it.
change it to this, my boss is going to come to me and go, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, you say, it's this Epic thing. You really need to check it out. Okay, so let's say, Julie, what are you working on? Like, what's your next piece of content that you need to write?
Oh God, we have a ton of it. I mean, that like the bio says, there's 5 different companies that we're working with.
Yeah.
It just in our portfolio, and it's really about. We've started to do a little bit of it, but it's really just about trying to find that compelling message that makes our customers see themselves, transforming their businesses through financing equipment, which can be very difficult.
Okay, let's see what we've got here. I said create a compelling sales message for new clients through finance commitment or finance equipment. Sorry. All right. Yes.
Just say construction companies. Yeah.
Construction.
Yeah.
Construction. What type of equipment?
Heavy equipment considered yellow iron, like excavators and
Okay. Okay. Do you have a unique offer, rate, or service advantage?
we do all of those things. What type of financing? Unique offer. One of our unique value propositions is that we have salespeople who go out and visit the customers, who know they have industry and equipment background. We're not, it's not a bank, right?
Yeah. Okay. Let's just see what happens here. All right. Here is an email campaign. Target is construction business owners and operators. Value proposition, personalized relationship first. Financing from reps who actually visit job sites. Brand voice, authority, authenticity, practical benefits. Pulling from Julie's strategic marketing leadership. Here we go. Subject line. Your next machine shouldn't be held up by the bank. All right. Here's the headline. Real equipment, real reps, real fast financing. Tired of cookie cutter finance? offers from people who've never set foot on a job site. Commercial Credit Group, our reps shake your hand in the dirt, not in the boardroom. We specialize in financing yellow iron and construction equipment, built for contractors who want straightforward answers, real relationships, and financing that works as hard as they do. Here is what sets you apart. Here's the inspire. Imagine this. You need a dozer. You need it now. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the close. Let's make your next equipment purchase fast, personal, and profitable. Tap below to connect with a rep who actually gets it. P.S. Want to see how we've helped a mid-sized contractor add $500,000 in new iron in 30 days? Ask us for the case study. It's proof that real relationships drive real results.
What a fantastic example. I couldn't have written that in 2 hours.
I know. Isn't it crazy? So yes, I hope that everybody is like getting this. Oh, Joy, yes, other language. Why don't we see? Hey, Joy, what other language do you need? Let's just see if it will translate it. Please. And do any of us know how to read it? Spanish. Okay, Joy, you're gonna have to tell us if it is. I mean, I don't know how to speak Spanish, so please translate into Spanish. All right, Joy, you're gonna have to tell us. You don't speak Spanish either. Does anybody? Okay, well, it at least is, yeah, I mean, to me, I think it looks like it's the same thing. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. There is all of the framework is there. There's the same emoji. Yeah, so there's your answer. Yeah, very cool. Okay, good. Thanks, Marty. That's right. I forgot. Marty is, tell me, Marty, again, where you were born. I know you were raised in Miami, like me. But
Right. I was raised in Miami, but my mother is from Bogota, Colombia, and my father's American. So
yes.
I grew
Okay.
up speaking both languages. Mhm.
Yes. So there we go. Marty can verify for us. She is so talented and multifaceted. Look at her go. Awesome. Okay. So I think we've seen like enough of what it can do. Hopefully, y'all. I'm going to get back into presentation mode. Feel free to keep popping in some questions there, comments, anything. All right. So if you could save 10 hours a week, how would you spend those 10 hours? Would you recharge your energy because you're burned out? Could you strategize your next move, strengthen relationships, or create high impact content? I just showed you, like, literally, we can create high impact content in seconds. So if you can imagine, like, the quality of your content and the amount of it, like, it's literally just feeling like you've cloned yourself. Emailing more, but yeah, spend time on sales calls. That's fantastic. Also, can a widget be created from Epic Tool? Yeah, possibly. Possibly, Ruth. That's a good idea. Yeah. Okay. Is it okay if I share an offer that I made just for a class today? Do you want to know how you can do this for yourself? Yeah. No more time. Yes. Yeah. Okay. You could never struggle to write again. From fundraising appeals, gala speeches, or your sales calls, your sales meetings, social media posts, everything in your voice in seconds. Okay. It's the instant content machine. Okay. It's your personal AI tool trained to write with your voice and mission in mind. All right. So this is where AI smarts meets human heart. Okay. Don't you like that? Isn't that cool? Irresistible messaging capabilities. So your assistant can draft everything from emails, thank you letters, social media caption, promos, speeches, campaigns, grant narratives, impact reports, all in a warm, professional, and emotionally resonant voice. No more staring at the blank screen or scrambling last minute. You can create on-brand content in seconds, saving hours every week and cutting costly outsourcing. Okay, it's ready when you are at just a second's notice. Okay, so what's included in your Epic AI assistant? It's done for you setup, powerful AI assistant, custom built to reflect your mission, your brand, and your audience. It's irresistible messaging. It drafts everything that you can even imagine. And it could be for on the nonprofit side, it could be campaign appeals, thank you messages, impact reports, legacy stories, appreciation videos. It could be your website homepage, landing pages, social media, newsletter stories, all kinds of interesting things, event speeches, scripts, board presentations. Oh my gosh, I have so many stories about creating something that is much more appealing than like a PowerPoint thing, staff spotlight. So literally, the best part though is you're going to engage hearts and you're going to persuade minds with recruitment campaigns and proposals, awareness campaigns, impact stories, and testimonials. So it's all right there for you. Okay, so here is what I used to sell this all for before I understood or how to use the power of AI. I am a story brand certified guide. And so the brand story and the messaging strategy and all that, it's very expensive. It's actually over $2,200. But I have figured out how to do this much cheaper. So custom GPT setup and personalization would be around 1,500. Live walkthrough and the prompt guides would be 325. Your prompt pack and all of that goes into that would be about $200. I'm going to give you a bonus of testimonial template pack. That's worth about 100. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share this. This is the first group that I'm going to offer a monthly group coaching opportunity where it's an Ask Me Anything. All of my clients that purchase today are going to be eligible for once a month. Come in, ask for questions. We'll troubleshoot anything. And all of that's valued at $42.97. It's a lot. And I'm so excited that I have been able to drop the price to $9.97 because I know how to create this in a very, very fast way. So there is the price. What do you think? Do you think that's a good value? Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So if y'all have been feeling like this, you're overwhelmed with all the things, I want you to stop worrying about the blank page, the message confusion, all the wasted hours, the content overwhelm, the expensive outsourcing, repeating yourself 100 different ways, robotic sounding AI. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Like that's all gone, all gone. I've showed you from the demos today what it does. Okay, what if you already use chat? The Epic AI assistant is trained on your voice. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not tech savvy. If you can use Google Docs, you can use this. All you have to do is have a free account of ChatGPT, a free account. What if you don't know what to say? Well, guess what? You can ask Chat to tell you what to ask. And so then it's going to help you with strategy. Okay, what if you're not happy? You're going to try it for 14 days, or you're going to get your money back. Fair enough? Yeah, because seriously, I want everybody to be ecstatic with this. We already know that your mission deserves more than guesswork, right? We know that you don't need to be an AI expert, just a mission expert. You can do more with less if you stop starting from scratch. Okay, here's the 3 steps. Super easy. Fill out the quick custom GPT form. And then I'll gather all your brand details, your tone, your audience insight. Within 7 to 14 days, I'll deliver your fully trained mission ready GPT, like Marty's, like Steve's, like Peggy's, like all of them. And then we'll meet for a 60-minute virtual session to test it out on your content. And we'll fine tune it, including any kind of revisions that you need right there on the call. Okay. Now, these are first come, first serve. There's only 2 spots left for next Monday. So literally you could be using this tool in 5 days. Okay. So the sooner that you get your order in, you will get the link to the calendar to book your 60-minute time with me. Okay. Now I want you to think about Marty. She is the leader who's already using AI to scale impact. Okay. She has taken this to her team. They are now all on board. They're excited about using Epic and AI. And so think about how you could lead your team. Any kind of organization that you lead, whether you're a solopreneur or you own a large corporation, just be the leader and take this to your team and see what happens. Oh my gosh, it's huge. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to throw in monthly group coaching. It's an Ask Me Anything. You're going to be able to join me live each month to get personalized support, fresh ideas, and insider strategies to maximize your marketing and grow your impact. I'm going to show you, also give you testimonial template pack. I'm going to help you understand how to collect powerful story-driven testimonies, because you know what? It starts with asking the right questions. Okay. That's what you need to gather all of those stories. Okay. Here is the no risk guarantee. If this is not your favorite tool, and it doesn't save you at least 10 hours a month, I will give you a full refund. Honestly, no questions asked. No hard feelings, no fine print. I just want you to get the support. Okay. Is that fair? I mean, like, literally, you have nothing to lose. All right. So this offer is available for 48 hours. This is probably going to be the last set that I can do with the 1 hour one-on-ones because I'm getting so I'm getting a little bit underwater with everything going on. Like there's so much need for this. So if you want to take advantage of this, this will probably be the last time that I'll be doing the one-on-one. So these are all of my very happy customers. They have experienced AI, they've experienced Epic. So I want you to join the ranks of the strategically elite. Your custom GPT is your new status symbol. Okay. Remember, you're getting all of these things for $9.97. There are the QR codes. And I also have the links. Actually, what questions can I answer for you? Feel free to come off of mute. The first link I'm popping in is the for-profit version. And the reason why I have these separated is because they have different forms that need to be created.
Haley, I
So
put them both in there. I didn't know
you
you
did
were going to
okay.
paste them. I did.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you. All right. What else? What else can I answer? What questions do you have? There
Haley, I'm
is a
not sure
link.
if you saw it. Oh, sorry. Did you have a question?
No, go ahead.
I'm not sure if you saw Julie asked to confirm that this was a one-time price and not a subscription.
Oh, yes, correct. No subscriptions. Nope. This is one time, you're done. And you can, I actually also have a deal in here where if you want to purchase another one, you can get it for half price. So if you have a team or if you want one for a different organization or if you have one personal use and you have one for the business, I actually do have that really cool thing where you can buy one and get one half off today. What else? What other questions can I answer? Yes, Esther. Yeah, definitely the that grants that would be fantastic for that. Kevin, you've been pretty quiet. You got any questions? Rich, how's that LinkedIn working out for you? Don't be shy now.
Yeah,
Well,
Emily asked a question in the chat as well.
okay.
How
How
do
do you
you
see
see AI? Oh, you got it.
evolving in the near future? Yes. So it is definitely evolving, that's for sure. Emil is an AI expert. He's on this call and it literally is changing. It's changing very quickly. But guess what? It's not going away. It's definitely not going away. So the way I see it is that you really need to adapt and adopt it quickly or you're going to be left behind. So that is where I see it going. There's a lot of apps out there that claim a lot of things, but I have never found anybody that can do what the Epic assistant can do. And so if you're looking to, save time on your content, when you think about it, you pay a copywriter, you're going to pay a strategist, or you're going to pay a social media person. That's the cool thing about the Epic AI tool. Yeah. AI literacy and upskilling is very important. Yeah. Thanks, Emil. Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Very good. Any other questions that I can answer? You're welcome, Rich. Good to see you. And I'm gonna, we'll put this into a recording and we'll send it out to you. You're welcome to share it with anyone that wants to learn more about it. And I look forward to seeing y'all later. So, Julie, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Yep, you're welcome, Ruth. Good to see you. I will talk with y'all later. And then let me put my email. If you have any questions, you can email me at Hailey@HaileyEvans.com. All right, y'all. See you later.